Alrighty, y'all, welcome to today's recap. Hopefully, you guys are doing well and staying blessed. If you guys are new here, my name is Jeremiah. I trade small cap stocks every single day, Monday through Friday. I stream Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I upload recaps daily. So, if you guys are interested in following along, feel free to subscribe. And let's jump right into this recap. So, as you guys can tell by the title, today is unfortunately a red day. I know. And that's okay because this week I'm still, by the grace of God, in the green, $6. So I knew from the start of this week that it was choppy and I needed to pump the brakes. Today I lost my discipline. I overtraded. Um, Whereas at the beginning of the week, I actually did quite well in terms of my discipline, I think. I mean, I don't think there's a single day where I had like phenomenal discipline, but especially not today and yesterday. So without further ado, let's check out this first trade on WHLR. So um, 1 minute bull flag right above VWAP. So I decided to take this. Not a great entry. MACD is negative. Um, and so you guys will see. Just 30 shares on this. So clearly there was a struggle to get filled there at the ask. But as you can tell, the spreads are slightly big. I mean, obviously now it just popped. So it's at 17 and 04 on the bid. So that's 13 cents right there. So pretty big spreads, relatively speaking. Usually I don't like to trade when the spreads are big. Unfortunately today I did not take that into consideration at all. So you guys will see my next trade I take is a dip here. It was actually just popping up and I jumped in. Immediate rejection of my entry. And the issue with this stock as well is that right before this, as I went to go use the bathroom, we had this shooting star candle and then this huge drop, $1 and like 13 cents a share. So we know when you see a exit indicator on this stock, you better get out because you don't want to get caught in $1 a share flush, obviously. And so it bounces off the 90 MA, which I see as bullish. Um, Sort of a revenge trade in a way. And you guys will see this one pops up, but it rejects like immediately, and I don't get filled. You guys will see in a moment here. So it breaks, and then it rejects. There's the break, and then it drops right back down. Unfortunate, but better than holding through that right there. All sort of negligible losses just with 30 shares, so nothing crazy. So break over that pivot, not really moving crazy or anything. Another rejection. Terrible. Unfortunately today I bought at the top so many times and I got smoked quite a few times. That was a really, yeah, I said there's a really nice micro pullback there. Wow. A crazy jump in a way. And then we pop up. And I don't get filled at the ask again. Okay, so I'm like upset about quote unquote losing. It was a break even trade, but they took 1 cent. Um, anyways, and I was just like confused because I was like, wait, I swear that was above, but I didn't really pay attention to the fact that the range on this was not huge. Obviously, like this is a big move relatively speaking for this stock. But I mean, this is like 38 to what 46, so like 12 cents, and that's a big candle, so it's like it's not nothing crazy. Sort of a jump in here from volume. Oh, well, I tried to actually sell, and I reviewed this before, and there was no more orders going through at the ask, and so that's obviously why I didn't get filled. The It looked like I should have gotten filled, but if we look back at the tape, so I sell, my order's there. Now we look at the level 2. There is orders going through, but not in time for my um, order to get filled, I guess. Somebody else did. And then it drops, which is unfortunate. It just, I mean, like, a little bit slower on Weeble, I guess. But, like, only 150 shares got filled there, so I don't know. It is what it is. Took a little winner on it, I guess. And then this is just over trading, honestly. But a decent trade nonetheless. This is over trading times 2. And then this is not the day to be taking entries like that. And obviously, I don't. I may have gotten out break even there. Yeah, I did. So lucky to have gotten break out. That's a crazy whip. At that point, you just want to get out. You don't want to get caught in a flush. Yeah, I got out as soon as I was in the green. If you either or, I mean, honestly, it's better to sell it and not take the risk of getting caught in a crazy flush. But I guess a winner will work too. But just in a cold market, realistically, the right thing to do there was um, sell it immediately. Especially since I'm in with small size. It doesn't matter, but um, yeah, you know, sometimes you win, and that doesn't mean you did the right thing. You know, just like in life, sometimes you do the right thing, but or you get rewarded for doing the wrong things, and other times you don't. So, and most of the time you do not. But anyway, so this is another bad trade. I bought in at the top. Um, where was my last trade before this? Okay, so buying through for the break through the high of day. Got a kind of a bad fill on that. I'm not gonna lie. Limit price was 68, so that means I pressed it at like 58. Just tiny scalps here. Uh, and I was a little bit, I don't know, I think it was more FOMO than anything. The reason I jumped back in this. Um, the fact that I sold it definitely triggered me a little bit. And so now I've top ticked it, and I get caught in the ride back down. Yeah, happens. Happens. Also, wait, I want to go back and check that because I don't even know. Like, this is obviously like I wasn't thinking of a stop here. My stop would have been 65. Um, so I should have stopped out now. It doesn't look good. Like, this is not going, obviously not going anywhere. And I just kept letting it run. So I would have saved myself like an extra $3. Nothing crazy, but I actually would have not been red on the stock actually. It would have just been break even. Well, anyways, it happens. So I missed that initial pop. A decent amount of volume already. In this market, you have to sell right away. Not all the time, obviously, but I mean, you just do actually. Like, until you see the stock that is holding up, you have to just take your profits immediately because you can't test the waters and try to hold it. My bad. Yeah, you can't be trying to test a stock. Like you can't be trying to test out a stock and hold it. You know, you really gotta be quick to cut your losers. Also, I already told myself on stocks that are just popping up, I need to go in with 30 shares. This was a lower price stock, I get it, but still, relative to the other trades I took, I mean, this is gonna be a bigger loser because I'm in with 50 shares. It's more volatile, and the other stocks I took trades on were 50 shares on a $3 stock. And this is also 50 shares on a $3 stock. So it's obviously struggling. Can't get back above my entry. I should have just cut my loser. It's already there's the 10-cent stop loss rule. You're getting the chance to get out. You don't do it, and then this happens. And now you're selling for way more of a loss than you would have if you just sold it earlier. And this is another FOMO trade. The same thing happened yesterday on my $17 red day, which is interesting because I'm actually at a P&L of $17 in the red right now. It's God's sign to me that I need to stop doing this. And this was frustrating for me, like very frustrating. Now $18 in the red. I jump right back from that stock into this stock. I get in at the top with a move. And of course. Oh, never mind. Huh. Excuse me. I actually took some profit on that one. So back to 17 bucks. WHLR was not a good stock to be trading, in full honesty. This was a terrible setup. I don't know what the setup was really. I just thought to myself, I'm like, oh, this is cheaper than I don't know. I was just thinking maybe it might not go lower than this, but struggling at my entry. And I didn't sell this. And what happens? It turns into a loser, and I'm holding a shooting star candle. Does that make any sense? Had I sold that for a winner, would have got me down to only $12 in the red on the day. Now that's if I got filled with the ask. Realistically, I probably wouldn't have, but still, would have been better than making my drawdown worse, because after this, you guys will see I make a little bit of a recovery. And as you guys know by the title of this video, it's $14 red day. Very close to my max daily loss at 24 bucks, or at $25. Oh, I must have taken a small trade here. I knew I needed, this is just over trading, really. Over trading, revenge trading. Holding and hoping. Just all ignoring exit indicators. Trading stocks that are known for their jackknives. It was a terrible fill. But that happens. We're looking for the break through the high of day. This is risky. Stop would be 320 or 220, sorry. In theory, yeah, I should have stopped. I don't know. Hold it for a second. That's where I should have stopped out. But it made a recovery back up. So if I was not to have sold anyway for whatever reason, then I guess it's fine that I can hold this. But realistically, I should have just followed my. I can't make exceptions for the times that, oh, like it worked this time, but yeah. Because there's times it works and then times it doesn't, and when it doesn't work, then you're frustrated and it only causes you to make more mistakes. So now down to $18. And I'm seeing this thing pull away, so I'm like, okay. There seemed to be a lot less volume today because there was bigger spreads on almost everything that was trading. So that was a nice trade. I got to $6 in the red on that one. Took a dip entry here. Jumped back in. You really want to jump back in on the candle open rather than when it pops up. I feel like that's one of those ones where you get in, you take a little profit, and you get out. Especially right after a topping tail. And I should have stopped that already. And this would be a $4 loss, bring me to 10, just $10 in the red. If I have the opportunity to sell it for any like better, then I should have. And I do. Right there is $3 and I don't sell it. Oh, okay, actually I sold it for a decent price. There's a break. Nice. Take some profit. Like it was weird because it was sitting, that definitely hit my order, but it took forever to fill. I wonder why that was. There's only 50 shares too. So now I'm down to $4 in the red. Not bad. Rejects my order. Now instantly down $5. Stop would have been would have been slightly earlier, but still fine. It's not terrible. I needed to take profit on that. That was not a good trade. On the worst quality trades, you have to take profit sooner. I guess that was a fortunately, I ran out of buying power. And I decided that I would take it with 30 shares, and I ended up losing double, or yeah, double. Then, or I ended up with my P&L being double the loss. Then 7. I don't know why I'm bad with my words today. I just finished my history final for school. I think I used all my brain power for that. And there's a nice pullback right there. Ooh, nice resolution on that pullback. If you got in there, that's really nice. However, I'm getting in at 4 which is the profit target for these folks right here. And yeah, I got smoked. Open was 72 and went out all the way up to 4. So if you got in there, man, you're living large. That's the thing. I don't get why I didn't enter here, but I entered later on the into resistance. Oh, I wasn't looking. Of course. Typical. I'm looking at whatever else. Of course, I'm distracted. Okay. Anyways, this trade ends up leaving me down. P&L before was 350, and then to end it was $7, which is actually, I don't know where I got filled. Okay, I got filled at the, yeah. Wait, and that's actually a terrible fill that I got. I bottom ticked that. I bottom ticked that. So I don't know where they're getting these numbers from. Oh, that's the total that I'm down $8. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something. If you guys are new here and you guys did enjoy, I hope you guys subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment for me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.